This show is brought to you by IslamicMusicHub.com.
I'm Haneen from Gaza, 23 years old except for 160 days of war. These days, I don't want them to be counted in my age. I was studying cybersecurity engineering in my final year, and I will tell you about myself before and after the genocide to help me to get out of Gaza after I lost almost everything and to complete my educational journey and search for work.
Before 7th of October, I live in a city that I love, even though we curse it every morning. My life used to be full of opportunities, success, and aspirations. I looked at the world with wonder like a little adventurer wanting to explore the vast world around him. After completing 2 years of studying at the university and achieving an A+ average, I was nominated by the university for an academic exchange scholarship in Italy. However, receiving the invitation was not easy. After the 2021 war, everything became challenging, and anyone carrying the Gaza curse had to struggle for every official document they wanted to obtain. The road was closed for sending my papers to Ramallah to obtain a visa, and after about a month, I finally got my passport and then the visa. Despite the closure of Rafah crossing and the enormous difficulties, I finally succeeded in traveling. I still carry the little adventurer in my heart, eager to see the world and give it much, despite the burdens I carry from the graves behind me. My academic exchange between September 2021 and January 2022. It was a perfect experience. For the first time, I saw a different world and different people. After living for 20 years in a large prison and a closed box of a single culture and similar people, I visited several European countries and explored Italy. I was looking forward to learning from the vast universe, books and notebooks. I achieved an A average and returned to Gaza after an inspiring and remarkable experience, carrying in my heart many hopes and aspirations for a better future. 7th of October 2024. It was the third week of my final year at university, and I was still extracting my dreams from like a brave person. I was eager to learn and be amazed. I had an organized life filled with studying and online work. I worked as a mobile app developer and spent time going out with friends. I received a scholarship to prepare for TOEFL program, and I was 2 levels away from obtaining the TOEFL certificate. That morning, as I dressed to go to university, I hear the sound of bombing and explosions everywhere. Suddenly, everything turned upside down, and with it began a life of displacement and suffering. We moved to about 7 places during the war, and now our last refuge is a tent. 20th of October, the sad morning that divided our lives. We received the news of my brother's wife, martyrdom, and the deaths of 2 of my nieces, with 2 others severely injured. It was a terrifying nightmare that we hadn't fully comprehended yet. I haven't recovered from the shock, and the remaining injured children of my brother live with us in the tent, facing the same condition and suffering without receiving proper medical and psychological care suitable for children who have lost their most precious belongings during a merciless war that spares no children or innocents. They destroyed almost everything. They destroyed memories and dreams. I lost my home and university. I don't know when the study will come back in Gaza after this destruction. I lost my cat and all the places I used to go with my friends. The feature of the city disappeared. Nothing was left for what it was. About living in a tent. I live in a tent with 8 people. My parents suffer from chronic diseases, and obtaining medication for them is difficult. We walk long distances to get a little water and carry water on a wheelchair for my injured niece. We cook our food on firewood since we don't have cooking gas, and we bake bread in a wood fired oven. There is no internet or electricity. We have to go to distant places to get an internet connection and charge our phones using solar power since we haven't had electricity for 6 months, and that caused my inability to work and help my family in these difficult circumstances. We suffered from severe, painful cold, and several times we were flooded with rainwater, which added to our misery. Rain, which used to bring joy, became a source of suffering, and I fear its presence now. We rely on canned food, which are already so expensive, and we suffer from weakened immune systems due to poor nutrients, lack of hygiene, and water pollution. There is no meat, vegetables, or any source of healthy food. Harsh living conditions were not new to us, but we are discovering new dimensions of misery. We are doing things now that we never imagined before, descending rapidly to a point where survival instincts prevail at any cost. Now, on March 2024, I wonder about the shape of life when a person wakes up feeling like they are in the right place. How do they live in a peace, breathe the air, and drink water without being lost? They have found their dwelling and their comfort. The meaning of closing your eyes confidently, knowing that you won't lose everything precious overnight. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in a nightmare, having lost my safe home and happy life. It feels like there is no way out of that deep bit cold war, which has swallowed my security, my dreams, and everything I had hope for in order to live and thrive. There is another possibility to crown our efforts with something other than defeat, as long as we have decided not to die before we live. I want to live for the little adventurer in my heart, who sees the universe with wonder and extract from life what the brave ones dare to take.
This recording was brought to you by IslamicMusicHub.com.